together. Woo! Love that. Hey, all right. So good to see you. Great to have Samantha. Can I start with a song? Can I sing for you? Okay. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, providing calling it Christmas doesn't offend you. And if so, you might want to consider that perhaps your faith or belief system is a little too rigid on the issue, because everybody has the right to an expression. Some of you are going to write, listen, it's just 8 days away from the big day, right? Now, parents, here's the thing. Before we go any further in the program, if your kids are with you, we all know that Santa Claus is real. And sometimes people will go on and go, there is no Santa Claus, but those people are just jerks. And we know Santa Claus is real, but there may be a couple times in the program where something might come up. And if you still want your kids to have that idea of purity and Santa Claus and all that stuff, put them to bed. Spoiler, put them to bed. But I need to show you this to start because it's maybe my favorite annual tradition. Aside from the people who burned down that goat overseas, have you seen the pub crawl where thousands of people dress up as Santa Claus and go to the bars? What could possibly go wrong? This happened this year. Watch as the night got up. Boom! Boom! Some poor little 8-year-old girl put out milk and cookies for Santa Claus, dreaming of getting her first pony. Instead, she just watched Santa mule kick a guy in the pills. I know what you're thinking. That's just like a modern-day NHL game, but no. That is where babies' dreams go to die. That's what happens when you leave beer and wings out instead of milk and cookies. Let's deal with the day. So, James Moore had to apologize for his comments, huh? Wow, what a story that is. I want to start with the concept of the word our. People go, oh, it's about me, it's not about us, it's about me, not about we. Our. Our is important. If you ask why, put why in front of our, and our becomes your, okay? And I want to talk about your business today. A lot of conversation, you may have seen it on the national before us or in the local news, the idea of the CPP, your pension plan, right? No deal between Ottawa and the provinces on how to handle the funding changes. That's, I suppose, to be expected after a couple of days of meetings between Jim Flaherty and provincial finance ministers at Meech Lake. Meech Lake, a deal didn't get done. Weird. Now, for 2/3, here's why it's important. 2/3 Canadians, roughly, don't have a pension plan through their job. 2/3. So CPP is it. And when Canadians are eligible to collect it, which is about now, it's going to get to about 67, but by the time, if you're 40, by the time you're 67, it'll be like when you're 107, when you'll be available. But do you know how much you're going to get? About $12,000 a year. Even with old age security and the guaranteed income supplement, it's about $16,000. Hey, congratulations. After a lifetime of hard work, you get to be just about the poverty line. So CPP matters. It also doesn't help that the federal finance minister and the government likes to look at CPP deductions as that ugly T word. They keep throwing that word tax around.
We believe that CPP payroll taxes can hurt the economy. Now is not a time for CPP payroll tax increases. Families and the economy simply cannot afford hiking CPP payroll taxes.
See, they keep saying tax. They like to say tax, because if they say tax, then you'll repeat tax, and it's their way from spinning you away from caring about it. Yeah, I don't want no damn tax. It's not a tax, okay? It's called a refund. It's a refund that you're entitled to. You know, you might have to live on $12,000 a year, which is probably what ministers expense for a weekend stay at a hotel. All right, speaking of Jim Flaherty, do you remember the dust-up between Flaherty and Jason Kenney last month on the floor of the House over Toronto Mayor Rob Ford? So Kennedy went out and goes, Rob Ford, sit down, da-da-da-da. And then Flaherty walks and says, hey, mind your business. Word is coming out now that it actually got way more heated than we really realized. Like, F-bombs heated. And that other ministers had to separate them. That is incredible. It was like close to one of those Russian parliament dust-ups kind of heated. Which I think is apparently it wasn't just because Flaherty is less concerned about your retirement than he is about his crackhead friend, but it was more like Flaherty just said, hey, this is Toronto, this is my business, this is my turf. This is my turf. It's not your turf. It belongs to us. It's not your turf. This isn't a gang war, okay? This isn't an episode of The Wire. That's the city of Toronto specifically these days, all right? Now, if you want to know how heated that footage was, we actually got it for you. Take a look. It's just too good. It's just too good. It might not be over. Here's what Flaherty had to say about it last night to reporters outside that CPP meeting.
Thanks very much.
Sorry, we should ask you, do you have any comment on Jason Kenney and his positions on the board? Supposedly you had a disagreement?
You know, I'm the minister for the Greater Toronto Area. I don't comment on the mayor of Calgary.
Booyah. Hey, if Brazeau and Trudeau can get in the ring, how about those two? All right, if I can, time for today in YOLO. Dennis Rodman is going back to North Korea. This time, he's going to coach the North Korean basketball team. They're playing in this exhibition game against some NBA alumni. North Korea, I know what you're saying too, and it's quite legitimate. What about the rash of human rights violations and executions? Why would Dennis Rodman care about that sort of thing? He played for the '89 Pistons. Now, if you're a person, I stand by that comment. If you're a person with a fetish for royal kidnappings, I have some great news for you. All you need is $225, and this can be yours. That is a porcelain doll of the new to this planet baby Prince George. That's right, they've made this lifelike, creepy, Chucky-esque doll. The Bradford Exchange in the UK, it's one of the hottest. All you need to know about this, by the way, here's an actual quote from a royal follower. Her name is Jane from Swansea. This is a quote from a real person. It says, "I am getting Prince George as a Christmas present to myself," the 44-year-old said.